Good morning students, this is Kavita Anandi. In last class we have discussed the two models, which is labor turnover and time and piece rate system. I hope you would have understand the model. In today's class we are going to see the other new model. So do the homework sum, then only the sum would be clear for you. So in today's class we are going to see other new model, Taylor's differential piece rate system and Merrick's multiple piece rate system. So first we can see the Taylor's differential piece rate system. So as the name implies, piece rate. So according which rate we have to pay, not a time rate, because they itself told that piece rate. So according to the unit produced we have to pay. The piece rate, number of rate per piece has to be given as a wages. The formula is wages equal to production of worker into piece rate per hour into differential. So first we have to find out the level of performance, whether the performance is good or bad. So if it is bad, we have to give a low differential. If it is good, you have to give a high differential. So now we can go for this. So there are two questions. So I will do the 26 sum. You do the 27 sum as your homework sum. Eragen Limited follows Taylor's differential piece rate system. So read the question, in which method they have asked. You have to apply the particular formula. Then only your answer will be correct. So here the differential piece rate is 80 and 120. If nothing is given also, you have to fix in your mind that the piece rate differential rate will be 80 and 120. For some question it may be differ. If they are given to follow 90 and 180, just apply what has been given. If nothing is specified alone, you have to take it as 80 and 120 for Taylor's differential piece rate. So the information given is standard time 15 minutes per unit. Standard time is nothing but your standard output to be produced for a product. So for you producing one unit, they can take 15 minutes. So how many works normally the company per day can work? 8 hours. So unit produced by individual workers per day is X is 28, Y is 35. So first you have to compare the units with the standard output. So here this given information for per day, but the standard time is given for per minute. Minutes has been given. So first you convert into hour, then you compare it, then apply the formula. So first calculation transfer into per day. So information given is 15 minutes. It has been taken for 1 unit. So if I am using minutes here also I want to use it at minutes. So for first one is second. Second can be converted into minutes. Minutes can be converted into hour. Hour can be converted into per day. So here minutes has been given. So how we can be converted into hour? Minutes has to be converted into hour. So in 1 hour, how many minutes are there? 60 minutes. So I am applying as 60 minutes. Because both information has to be same to get a correct answer. So now 60 into 1 divided by 15, which is 4 units per hour. So now I can able to find out the 4 units per hour. For 1 hour, in 1 hour I can able to produce 4 units. This step is very important. In every formula you have to apply these steps when the information is given as hidden information. I reply once again. 15 minutes has been taken for producing 1 unit. So to find out per day, first I have to convert into hour, then into day. So in 1 hour, how many minutes are there? 60 minutes. So 60 minutes equal to how many units you can produce? 60 into 1 divided by 15, which is 4 units. So now I can able to find out per hour. Now I have to convert into per day. So in per day, how many hours are there? For production, 8 hours. So 8 into 4, which is 32 units. This is the standard output per day. Now I found out what is the standard output. Now compare the performance of the worker with the standard output. X output is 28 units. Y output is 35 units. So now compare with it. The standard is 32, but X is producing only 28. So his performance is low. Y's performance is 35 units. Standard output is 32, which is higher than 32. So its performance is high. So now apply the formula. Wages equal to production of a worker means how much they have been produced into piece rate into differential rate. In question itself, piece rate has been given. So there is no need to apply the formula. If rate per hour is given, you have to convert into piece rate. So what is the formula for piece rate? normal piece rate equal to standard rate per hour divided by standard output per hour. So now apply the formula. How many units extra has been produced? 28. So 28 into normal piece rate is 2. So its performance is low, so I am giving 80% of the amount. So 80 by 100, which is 44.80 per day. So why is performance is 35? 35 into 2, which is performance high, so I am giving 120%. So 120 by 100, which is 84. So this is the way you have to pay under Taylor's differential piece rate system. The second sum is your homework sum. So I will explain once again. You go through the sum, but do your homework sum, then only you can thorough with the model. Here the given standard time allowed is 10 units per hour. But in this question they are given 15 minutes. It has been given into minutes, so I have converted it into hour. But in this question, they straight away they are given as per hour. You have to convert it into day. So what you have to do? What is the per day? How many hours you can work? 8 hours. So standard time will be 10 into 8. 80 units will be the standard output. Here normal piece rate per hour is given. Normal time rate has been given. No piece rate has been given. So you have to convert into piece rate. So what is the formula? Piece rate. Piece rate equal to normal time rate divided by standard time per hour. So 1 by 10, which will give the piece rate. Apply the formula, you will get the answer. Find out who has to pay high, who has to pay low. So this is a Taylor's differential piece rate system. So the next model is Merrick's multiple piece rate system. So here also is same like Taylor's piece rate system according to the performance of the employee, but straight away we made a comparison Taylor's differential piece rate. But in Merrick's piece rate, we have to find out the percentage of the work of the employee. According to the percentage of the work, we have to pay the money. So here we are dividing into 3 category, where in Taylor's only 2 category, low, high. But here we are dividing into 3 category when the performance is less than 83%. And the second category is when the performance is above 83 and equal to 100. And third category is which is above 100%. So when the performance is below 83, no extra benefits will be given. Normal wage. So piece rate, so unit produced into piece rate. When the performance is 83 to 100, we are giving the extra benefits of unit produced into piece rate, extra of 110% we are giving. When the performance is above 100%, we are giving the extra benefits of 120 by 100. So this is the extra elements which is given for the benefit of the worker who is working nicely. So the Merrick's multiple piece rate system, 29 sum and 30 sum has been given. I will do the 30th sum. You will do 29 sum as your homework sum. So same like the 29 sum is very easy. There is no need to change anything. Just apply the question because every information has been given straight away. But in 30th sum, there are 4 employees. The standard production per hour. Here that is not given for minutes, they are given for hour. So just you have to convert into per day. So how you can convert into per day? Into 8, which will give the per day information. But in 28th sum, straight away they are given for per day information. Normal rate per hour is given, so you have to find out the piece rate. But in 29th sum, the ordinary piece rate is straight away given, so there is no need to apply the formula. So how many employees are there? A, B, C and D. So now come for the question. First you have to find out the percentage of the worker. The percentage formula is actual output by standard output into 100. First we have to find out the standard output. The information given is in 1 hour they are producing 12 units. So in per day how many hours are there? 8 hours. So 12 into 8, which is 96 units. Now you can know what is the standard output also. Next step is the information unknown is piece rate. So piece rate equal to standard rate per hour by standard output per hour. So read the question thoroughly whether standard rate is given or standard piece rate is given. If standard piece rate alone is not given, you apply this formula. The standard output per hour is 0.60. Standard output is 12, which will give the answer of 0.05. Now find out the percentage of work performance of employee. So actual output, A's actual output is 64. The standard output is 96 into 100, which is 66.7. B's performance output is 96. standard output is also 96, so 100%. C's performance, C's output is 84, standard output is 96, which gives the answers of 87.5, and D's performance is 100. So 100 by 96 into 100, 104 is the performance of the D. Now analyze, specialize the category. 66.7, which is less than 83. I have told 3 category. First one is less than 83, then 83 to 100 and above 100. 66.7, which is less than 83. B's performance is 100%, so it will come under the category of 83 to equal of 100. C's performance is 87.5, which is 83 to 100%. D's performance is above 100, so because its percentage is 104. So first category, when the performance is less than 83, we are paying the amount of nothing we are paying only unit produced into piece rate. So A's wages equal to, so what is the actual performance of A? 64. Piece rate is 0.05, so the amount is 3.20. Here 2 persons come under 83 to 100%, so write the formula and finish the work for 2 wages. Unit produced into piece per rate into 110 by 100. Here who are the 2 persons, B and C. So B's actual performance is 96, so 96 into 0.05 into 110 by 100, which is 5.28. C's actual performance is 84, so 84 into 0.05 into 110 by 100, which is 4.60. Now the last performance, which is more than 100, is D. So for him, what is the wage to be paid? Unit produced into piece per rate into 120 by 100. So what is the unit produced of D? 100. So 100 into 0.05 into 120 by 100, which is 6. So this is the wages paid for the 4 employees. So try the 29 sum as your homework sum. Standard production is given. Just apply the formula for performance of the employee. Find out the performance, categorize them, then apply the formula and find out the earnings of the worker. In today's class, we have seen the 2 models. One is Taylor's differential piece rate system and Merritt's multiple piece rate system. These 2 models are very important because any one of the model can come under your 5-mark question. So go through the formula once again and apply the formula and do the sum, then only you can be clear with all the models. Then only it won't collapse for you. So thank you girls. I hope you would understand the model. If you have any doubts, comment on the session or you can message me personally. Thank you.